So as a company that processes a tremendous amount of shipping data, one of the common issues that we see with our clients is being billed at dimensional weight versus actual weight. So what does that even mean? So in order to understand how carrier pricing works, you have to look at three variables. The first variable is the service type that's being used. For example, with FedEx, that could be a priority overnight shipment versus a ground shipment. Obviously, a priority overnight shipment is going to cost more than a ground shipment. The second variable is the zone that you are using. So in the United States, there are zones 2 through 6, and obviously the higher the zone, the more expensive the rate for that particular package. And then the third variable is billable weight. And obviously the higher the billable weight, the more expensive the package. So those are the three variables that go into carrier pricing or that affect carrier pricing. So let's look a little closer at billable weight and what that means. And in order to understand billable weight, we have to gain an understanding of what actual weight versus dimensional weight is. So actual weight's pretty self-explanatory, right? You have a package, let's say it's 12 by 12 by 12, and it weighs 9 pounds. Now, if we're billing just based on actual weight, the dimensions are really irrelevant, and that's a 9-pound package, therefore you're going to be billed at 9 pounds. What FedEx does to account for package density is they look at the dimensions of a package. So for example, let's say you have the same 9-pound package in a box that is 12 by 12 by 12. What FedEx is going to do is they're going to take those dimensions and they're going to multiply FedEx is going to multiply those dimensions by a dimensional divisor or dim divisor of 139. 139 is the standard dim divisor. And what that comes out to is 13 pounds. So in this particular example, FedEx is going to bill you at 13 pounds instead of 9 pounds to account for the package density or lack thereof. FedEx is trying to discourage their customers from shipping light packages in big boxes. And so the way they account for this is by looking at dimensional weight. So there are two ways you can address dimensional weight. The first is to look at your actual packaging and to optimize your packaging to make sure you are not shipping any air or dead space within a package. And that's obviously and this is an obvious solution. Another one that a lot of customers don't realize is by looking at or addressing the dim divisor. So as I mentioned, the current dim divisor for FedEx is 139. That dim divisor prior to 2017 was 166. So by negotiating an improved dim divisor in your FedEx agreement, you can actually lower the billable weight. So let's look at that same example. That 12 by 12 by 12 package at a dim divisor of 139 came out to 13 pounds. You're going to be billed at 13 pounds because 13 pounds is greater than the actual weight of 9 pounds. Now let's say you were to negotiate an improved dim divisor to 166. 12 by 12 by 12 divided by 166 comes out to 11 pounds. So in that same example, you would be billed at 11 pounds versus 9 pounds. Still, you're being billed at dimensional weight because it's greater than actual weight, but you're being billed 2 pounds less than you would have been had your dim divisor remained at 139. So if you're curious as to how dimensional weight is impacting your business, the Logistic Platform is a free tool where you can connect your carrier and see exactly where you are being billed at dimensional weight versus actual weight. It'll show you the total amount of actual weight for all of your packages so that you can see the impact that dimensional weight is having on your business.